I think I'm live. All right, y'all. I am going live from my computer. Maybe now I'm live. Oh my goodness, guys. I have not gone live from my computer in so long, and it looks like they've completely changed it all up. So I am going live from my computer today. As you saw in my post, my dad had knee replacements done, and they are hoping to get cleared to go home very shortly. So I want to have my phone nearby and available to answer if I need to, nice and charged. So I am going from, hey Brooke, oh my God, my hair is literally, I got on and I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize how big my hair was. But I want to have my phone available for them so I know when they get home so I can help them get out of the car, all of that stuff. But I finally had a snow day in my clinical, so I literally changed my pajamas now from my morning pajamas. So these are my evening pajamas just for you guys. Okay, Brooke, that's totally fine. I know not a lot of people will be able to join the live. I know people aren't even off work yet, but this is just the time that worked, especially with my dad's surgery, so that's what we're going to get. Hopefully it's not too blurry. I always like to save my videos, and I feel like when I record it on my computer, it's a little bit more blurry. And if I have to rush through, I will come back and do stuff all about parties as soon as I can throughout the week as well. Thanks, Brooke. It sounds like he's doing super well. He's already up and moving, so that's good. He looks good. Daughter PT approves. So, hey, Lynn. All right, guys. Well, I'm glad I could see your comments. Let me get my water in for the day. How's everyone's daily habits going? Are we still keeping up with those? How's that going? But anyways, we're just going to roll with it today. My dogs are fighting in the background. My husband is snow blowing our sidewalk and our neighbor's sidewalk, so he can't wrangle them. So this is just what we get, and that's why I love Facebook Live. You get what you get, and that's how it's gonna go. So 1 second, let me pull up my notes here. We are talking all about parties. So the first couple minutes, I just want to talk about the logistics of parties. For most of you guys, I'm probably not going to tell you anything that you don't already know. I was talking with my mom, and I said I struggle with this topic because I feel like some people, and just in Cincy in general, not just you guys, but some people expect there to be some sort of a magic answer of me to say this is step 1, how to book a party, this is step 2, step 3, and there's just not that. And I think you realize that in all aspects of Cincy, as we talk about sponsoring, as we talk about getting your sales, all of that kinds of stuff. Cincy is truly unique, and you can customize it to work in your life, which means that there are 100 ways to parties, and they're all right, and you just have to find what works for you. So, first things first, I do want to remind you guys that you guys asked for this topic this week, and that is completely okay. I am so glad that, sorry, I clicked out of my notes. I am so glad that you guys asked for something that you felt like you needed, but because you said that this is an area you struggle in, I know that that means that I need to stretch you outside of your comfort zone. So just remember, when you are doing your weekly tasks, that you remember that this is only to help you. Okay, I don't want me to come across as like some evil director or something. And again, I'm doing this stuff right alongside of you. I want to get more parties booked. I have a few for February, but I had a big fat 0 in January. So we're going to change that. All right, so the thing about parties is people truly overcomplicate it. So whenever people hear the word parties, especially starting out, people get so scared that they have to have this perfect setup, that they have to have everything, their ducks in a row, that it has to be a home party, and they have to, bring all of these items to this home party, and it just truly overcomplicates it. And when you overcomplicate it, you overcomplicate it for your customer, and it stresses your customer out, and then they're not as successful either. So, let me ask you this. Do your customers and just people in general, people even outside of your customer base, do they know that you even offer parties? Do they know that? How often are you sharing that people can earn stuff for free and half price? Outside of that, How often are you sharing that people can earn stuff? That is a message from someone that is interested in joining our Boss Babe squad. So sorry that is on, but I got to get back to her tonight too. But do people know that you offer parties outside of the traditional home party? We live in a society that people know what direct sales is. They've been around a good amount of time. I can remember my mom did some sort of a company at one point and sold clothes and all that stuff. And we went and did home parties. Like, that's how the business model was run. However, we are now in 2021, but people still forget that there's other ways to party besides a home party. So make sure your customers know that a home party is not the only way that you party. Because if you say, do you want to book a party? Instantly people are thinking, crap, I got to clean my house. I got to buy food. I got to organize it. I got to get someone to watch the kids. Oh my God, I haven't mopped my floors in 2 months. So that's where they go. It instantly stresses them out. And that is not what a party is meant to do. A party is meant to solve people's problems, not create them. And yes, Brooke, some people share all the time, and that's wonderful. And I don't know about you personally, but especially sharing like other options to parties, which I'm going to talk about. So not just saying, do you want to earn this for free and half price, but figuring out other ways to say it. Because if you say something 100 times and no one's bid on it yet, it's probably because they need another way to hear it. So we have so many different ways to party. So we have our home parties. We have our, that's very true, Brooke. We have our home parties. We have our online parties, which are also my Facebook parties. There's Zoom parties. There's bingo parties. There's bag parties. There's pouch parties. There's sip and sniffs. There's a personal shopping link. There's so many different ways that you can set up a party and someone can get hostess rewards besides packing up all your catalogs and testers and taking them into someone's home. So whenever you're discussing this with a customer, when you're making a post, whatever, try not to use the word party. And I still am learning like how to navigate this because so much of my online parties is set up around the word party because I offer party packs. So I'm still trying to figure out the best way to navigate this, but it's so true that if you say the word party, it scares people. They instantly think of all that work that they have to do. They instantly think that they're going to have to stress and do all this extra stuff. And yeah, okay, they maybe get $20 of Cincy out of it. They think that's all they're going to get. So whenever you're saying party, try to steer away from that. So for example, when I do my online Facebook parties, which I'm going to run through my setup here tonight as long as I don't have PT duties that call. But I say online scent event. So it's still a fun name. It's a play on words, and you cannot say Liz's Cincy party or so-and-so's Cincy party. You can't say the word party or Cincy in the name, just like you can't with your VIP page. So just keep that in mind. But I used to say, you know, Mandy's online scent party or whatever it was. I don't even remember what it was. But I used to say the word party. And in that party, I would say the word party 100 different times. And so, yes, I booked it at that point, but now I'm scaring away any potential bookings off of that party. So if you're having trouble even booking parties, start there and look at your script. Look at how you're offering it. Are you saying party? Are you saying something that even if you don't say party, it just sounds like a lot of work? Our rewards are so good. So good. And we know this. So people should be booking parties. We can solve problems with parties. We can solve COVID problems of not being able to get together. We can create a Zoom link. We can solve them not being able to afford what they want. They can get it for free or half price. We can solve so many problems with parties. So we have to take a step back and ask ourselves, why is no one booking them? And start with not using the word party. So as I was doing my research for you guys, my lighting is weird today. It's on the computer. See that? Okay. Anyways, do you hear my dogs? So I was looking at the lovely Chloe Cox on YouTube, and she's obviously a beast. And just recently, she has done away with parties in her business, which that's a story for another day. But that just goes to show you that they're not required to have a successful business, but they are definitely helpful. So she was saying that she picks one day a week to focus on parties. So for her, she focuses on Wednesdays on parties. She makes posts for her parties. She does all of her pouch party stuff. She gets them together. She checks in with hostesses. So she has an entire day that she devotes to parties. So I understand that we all have separate commitments. No one has decided to do Cincy full time yet. So we don't have 8 hours a day to devote to parties. So take what you do have once a week, whether that's Wednesday, whether that's Saturday, what works for you, and devote that entire time that you have that day to parties, to booking them, to checking in with hostesses, to following up, all of that stuff that goes into parties. Pick one day a week to focus on it and see how much it grows. When people comment on something on Facebook, new warmers that have come out, diffusers are a big one. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, but I just can't afford it. They are literally rolling out the red carpet for you to offer them a party. And I cannot get over, I have seen it multiple times where someone will say, same girl, I totally understand. No, you know what we don't understand? We don't understand paying full price for our Cincy because we don't have to as consultants. So let's offer that to them. Oh, good, Lynn. I'm glad you like it. There's tons of creative ones out there, but I'm not creative. My dogs sound like they're literally killing each other, and this is what happens when I get on live. But they should not have to pay full price for that stuff. If you have someone paying $150 for a diffuser, why have they not booked a party to try to earn that for half off? So think about this stuff. Whenever someone even hints to the fact, oh, I would love to buy that, but I just lost my job. Or I'm not saying pressure people. If they don't have the money, they don't have the money. But if they're telling you that financially they just want all this stuff, their wish list is too long, but they can't afford it, offer them that party and say, you know, you could earn this for free and half price. It's literally red carpet rolled out for you. So always using parties to solve problems, whether that be that they need to save money, that they like something but they can't afford it, that they miss their friends. Whenever we go back, yeah, thank God y'all are dog people, because people probably think I'm like having dog fights over here or something. And it only happens when I go live. That's a lie. They fight other times, but it gets worse when I go live. And it's the younger one. It's the younger one. It's the second child. So whenever you are thinking of parties, think of it as a way to solve problems. So people are missing their friends. Zooms right now are a great way to meet virtually. Once the world opens back up, having coffee night, having some fun ones that I thought of were Taco Tuesday, Wine Wednesday. I'm going to talk a little bit about having a bingo night. That's super fun. Football Sunday. So whenever the guys all get together to watch football, all the women or men or vice versa, however floats your boat, can watch. Some of them can watch football and the others can get together and sniff the testers and look at the catalog. You literally have a party right there without saying, hey, do you want to invite your friends over? No, whenever you're having appetizers on Sunday, take some of the catalogs, take a few order forms, and see if your friends want to order. So just don't overcomplicate it, because that's something casual that people would be willing to agree to. They are like literally making me lose my train of thought. So really promoting grab bags. As I throw my wax bars, that's not mom. So promoting grab bags is huge. So yes, Sunday, that's perfect. So a lot of people don't promote bag parties. And I have, of course, they're right outside my door. I have one. Oh, they're right here. So I have like the bank bags with Cincy that are holding all my receipts right now. Those are great because they fit in order form, or a couple order forms, a catalog, and a few testers. These are also on the consultant store for tote parties. Oh, this one has some samples left in it. But you can fill these with testers and all the good stuff. You don't have to get this kind of stuff, though. Like, some people order from 31 and we'll put a bunch of stuff in a bag and call that a bag party. Like, you don't have to use expensive stuff. You can go on Amazon. What's happening? And some people get like clear totes, and they'll throw some catalogs, some testers, like a buddy clip, a counter clean. So really promoting grab bags, also boss bags, calling them that, wax bags. And in doing so, making sure you're adding like a prize pack for your hostess. So we want these people to want to have a party. They should be rewarded for opening up their network to us and sharing their friends and family with us. So if you give someone a bag party or a grab bag or whatever, yes, that is a bag party. Also called a tote party, also called a basket party. They were really emphasized as basket parties when I first started, but people started using more of the bag approach, like instead of, opposites, carrying around like a real basket. So that is a bag party. But you can literally put it in whatever. It doesn't have to be a bag. But making sure that we're including extra stuff in there. So samples for the hostess to try. Some people will loan out their wall fan diffuser in a couple pods and say, here, plug this in, try this out. Or if they don't even have a warmer, offering them for them to borrow your mini warmer and a bar of wax. So making sure we're taking care of the customer and we're catering to those needs is super important, because they're going to be a returning host. They're going to host for you in the fall and then turn around and want to host with you again in the spring whenever the new catalog comes out. So we want to make sure we're spoiling them in the moment. Tons of other options that you can look up. Literally go on YouTube and type in Cincy bag parties, Cincy basket parties, Cincy tote parties, and thousands of videos with people sharing what they put in them. Just don't overcomplicate it. It's so easy to see what someone else is doing and see that they put all these products in there and want to do the same thing. I had a bank bag with a catalog, 3 order forms, and 10 testers. That was $1,200. So you don't need to add a buddy clip. You don't need to add counter clean. You don't have to add all that stuff. So just remember, as you're seeing people do all these big extravagant things, that's fine because that's what works for them, but don't overcomplicate it for your customers, especially as you're trying to get new hostesses, because if you hand them this bag full of tons of Scentsy stuff, to us, that's super exciting. That's like Christmas. But to them, it's like, holy crap, I'm so overwhelmed. What do I do with this? So just keep that in mind too. General theme all around, make it fun. If you're stressed and uptight, the guests are going to know it, and it's not nearly as fun. So you know what I had to do, because we all know I have a fear of Facebook Live. Well, I used to. Now I just stumble over my words. My dogs fight in the background. So whenever I had Facebook Live parties, like if you go back on my YouTube channel, they're so bad. I like had a whole table set out and would like display all these products. It was so bad. I literally looked like I was about to vomit the whole time. But I had to literally drink wine during Facebook parties to get through them. So I could relax and loosen up and have fun with it. Because if I was uptight and was like, this is a bar of pink cotton, it smells really good, it's made out of all natural paraffin wax, like, customers are going to be like, what is wrong with this girl? And you know what they're going to do? They're going to hear something in the kitchen, they're going to click out of your Facebook Live, and they're going to forget about the party. So you have to keep them engaged the whole time. And your energy is contagious. And that's not just Facebook parties, that's in-person parties, that's bag parties. If you're like, oh, hey, here's your bag party, there you go, let me know whenever you collect enough orders. No, you have to be like, girl, I am so excited to get your bag party this weekend. I put a catalog and a couple testers and tons of samples that I want you to try, and please let me know what you think of them. That energy will carry through. So for... oh no, it's probably my end. It's probably my video. And if it's really bad, I can redo it tomorrow or at another time. But I'll just try to keep going and we'll see how it goes once like the replay is posted. I also have been sick, so like my lips are dry and I just realized I have like Vaseline all over my mouth. So here we are. So obviously if this was normal times, I would really push for you guys to book a home party. I'm going to talk about some stats, but I understand that with COVID and people being uncomfortable and people being in healthcare and being exposed all the time, that they're just not reasonable. So what I want us to do is I want us to focus on getting bag parties booked. So For me, I offer them the option to have a Facebook page in addition to their bag party. So they can, okay, bye, Brooke. We'll see you later. They can just have their bag party and collect orders, or they can have a Facebook group open as well. So we're going to start basic, and we're just going to say a bag party. So online is great. Facebook is great, but it's hard to smell. So you have to remember that when you're booking Facebook parties, your sales are not going to be as great because they cannot smell it. So if you have a bag party, people can hold it, they can smell it, they can physically see it, they can physically see a catalog, which I also think is huge. I am someone that loves textbooks that are physical textbooks, the actual textbook. I hate reading textbooks online. And especially if we're marketing to older generation, they are so much more paper and pen, like they don't want technology. So while our shoppable catalog is great, we also have to remember who we're marketing to, and having a physical catalog may get you more sales. So starting there, a catalog or a bag party is great because you kind of blend the benefits of a home party, of being able to smell some of the stuff, in with the convenience of having an online party. So what you're going to do is you're going to make so when I was doing it online, they said 10-second video. I'm a talker, so I'm going to say like 30-second, but a short video of you showing what a grab bag is. So I did a live on this last summer, and I'll probably definitely do another one with you guys. But so what the idea is that you would have your grab bag and you would say, I am doing these fun grab bags for anyone that wants to earn some of the new spring and summer items at free or half price. Whenever you open it up, you're going to see that you get a catalog, you get a couple order forms. Here's your testers. Here's a few samples. So let me know when I can drop it off to you. Okay, so you're going to keep it short and sweet. You're not going to go through what everything is. You're not going to go through what scents you put in there. You're not going to put every scent in there because they're not going to fit. I don't care what you put it in, within reason. I mean, don't put it in like a Kroger bag or something. Like, try to find a decently nice bag. You can put it in like a bubble mailer if you have to, whatever. So you're going to create this video, and for people that aren't local to their customers, you're going to have to make sure it's something that you can ship. So that would definitely need to be in a bubble mailer. So you're going to create this video, and you're going to send it to 10 people. Okay? So you're going to create the 10 to 30-second video of you sharing what it is, and you're going to send it to 10 people. What you say in the video, I don't care. What you write in the video, I don't care. You can totally throw me under the bus and say, hey, I'm in this program and my director's making me do this and she challenged us to get parties booked. I don't care what you say. I really don't. You can totally blame me. But you're going to send it to 10 people. Okay? And in the video, I want you to stress scarcity. So I don't know if you realize, but I said I have a few. So having a few bags. Only having a couple dates left. So while our February calendar may be wide open, still tell people that there's only a few dates. One, you're busy. You're not going to want to do Facebook parties on certain days of the week that you're busy. Or you don't want to spend your Saturday night doing online Cincy parties. And that's fine. So stress scarcity. Whenever you go to, this is a fun way to get it booked too. So tons of people have been asking for a new catalog. If you haven't shared... Yes, so Lynn, you would, I'll kind of mention this later, but basically you fill this up with that stuff and you decide. So with my one in the summer, it was when COVID was hot and heavy. So I created my own testers out of little lip gloss samples that I got on Amazon. They're literally this big. I created my own testers of the 10 most popular scents. So it was right when the fall catalog dropped. So it was my favorite fall ones and Blueberry Cheesecake, Luna, stuff like that. So I did 10 of those catalogs and order forms, and I put it in one of the Cincy money bags. Let me just show you. Hang on. So I literally just got one of these from the consultant store. And you can totally ask for this back. I didn't. I just said anyone that takes one of these around gets to keep all the contents inside. So it was full of samples that obviously I didn't want back. It only had one catalog. I only gave one catalog because they're expensive and I'm cheap. And I gave her like 5 to 10 order forms, a little slip in there with how, she can take payment. And I said she could keep the bag if she wanted it. That way, I didn't have to touch any of it. The testers could be pitched, they could be warmed. They were only this big. They weren't normal Scentsy testers. So I didn't care what happened to it. You can absolutely give this to her and say, okay, I will be back next Saturday and I will pick everything back up. Because you're going to have to be in contact about the order forms anyways, so you can pick everything back up. What you choose to give them is up to you and what you want back. Like these, I absolutely will ask for these back because these are specifically made to be a bag party and they're super helpful. But these, tax write-off, and they were still kind of expensive, so I wouldn't give those to everyone, just being honest. So everyone is asking for a new catalog because the new catalog just dropped and it's amazing and all the things. So whenever you have someone ask for it, you can send them a message, and I really like this. I can't take credit for it. I did not think of this. This is not my work, but I really like it. So whenever you go to send it to them, you can say, hey, I'm about to send your catalog that you requested. Did you want me to stick a few order forms in there in case your friends or family want to order? Then you can potentially earn the stuff in the catalog for free or half priced. So it's not pushy. It's not book a party. It's not, hey, do you want to, earn stuff for free and half price and we're going to do this and we're going to do this and we're going to do this. Literally, you're just like, hey, since you're already getting a catalog, do you want to share with your friends and family and see if they want to put in an order too? You're solving the problem of helping them put in an order. And you're still having a party out of it. Your hostess still gets free and half price stuff. But not once in that sentence does it say party. Does it say invite all your friends to your house and clean your house and buy drinks and snacks and all the things. So another option for you, another idea. It's just really important to think outside the box with this stuff. If we were 10 years ago, I think home parties would be a lot easier to book. But I think the society that we live in, and especially during COVID, home parties are nearly impossible right now. So we have to just be creative. And there's tons of options. There's tons of ideas on YouTube, Facebook groups, all the things. I just gave you several. So try those. And Lynn, either they fill them out and give them back to me or they send me a picture of it. Either one. It doesn't matter. However you want to get the information, or they obviously have a link set up, so they can also just go on the link and order. I always input orders in through Workstation during parties because no one ever listens about bundle and saves, and I feel like they never do the buy 5 get 1 free, and I feel guilty. I feel like I'm like stealing from them. So most of the time with parties, I input their order on Workstation, so I do want their order form. I've had hostesses write it down on like a notepad and just send me a picture of it. So however you get their order, as long as you're getting it. I wish I could see you guys. Sometimes I wish these were Zooms, but then I'm always afraid no one would show up and then I'd be talking to myself, and then that's even more awkward in a Zoom, less awkward on Facebook Live. Okay, so another important thing, I know tons of you guys have said that you can't get parties booked. So it's really important that we make our customers feel comfortable in their no. So if they tell you no, that's okay. We have to remember that this just may not be a good time for them. And that's with anything, sales, recruiting, anything. You'll always hear the saying, it means not right now. It doesn't mean no forever, it means not right now. So they need to understand that you're not just after them for a sale. So if they say, oh my God, I love that diffuser, but I just can't bring myself to pay $150. And you say, well, there's always the option that we could set up a link for you and we could invite all your friends and family and see if we can get you to earn it for free and half price. And they're like, oh God, no, I don't want to party. Okay, cool, that's fine, girl. I'll let you know if there's ever a discount on it. Leave it at that. Is there ever going to be a discount on our diffusers? Probably not. But at least you're saying like, hey, that's totally fine. I'll let you know if it's ever on sale. This is something that's important. Them saying no is not your problem. It's not your problem if they say no. What is your problem is if you let their no stop you from asking the next person. If you just give up because you heard the word no, and once you start sponsoring and once you start having those conversations, the word no will become more and more a part of what you hear all the time. So don't let that stop you. That's when you see failure, is when you let that stop you and halt your progress. They said no? Okay, cool, move on to the next person. There's someone out there that wants free and half price and tea. I can guarantee it. So don't let their no stop you. Something that I'm going to start doing is mentioning it in my follow-up. So I posted that video about follow-up that I really think you guys should check out from Jennifer Anderson if you haven't watched it already. So I'm going to start mentioning it in my follow-up. So saying things like, hey, you haven't ordered, in 2 months, just checking in if you needed anything. Oh gosh, yeah, I need a gift, blah, 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 blah. Boom. Have you ever thought about earning that for free or half price? You can let that conversation be natural whenever you're doing your follow-up. You're already reaching out to see if they need something. Or you can say something like, hey, I'm just checking back in with you. You haven't ordered in 2 months. I'm running a personal special, so this cannot be posted online, that anyone that hosts with me in the month of February gets a free mini warmer of their choice. So you're mentioning in their follow-up. You're saying, hey, just want to reach back out, see if you need anything. You're planting the seed for a potential party. And you're offering a personal special that you're going to use the perpetual party reward for and write off the other $10 on your taxes. Also, I think I'm going to start doing an incentive every month. So for the month of February, the incentive is all my hostesses get a free mini warmer, personal special that's only been communicated one-on-one with them. So that's my one for February. So whenever I'm doing emails, I may say like, hey, new catalog just dropped. Check out this awesome stuff. If you're interested in hosting your own online scent event to earn some of these awesome things for free or half price, let me know. In March, I'm offering blank. You can insert it. A free mini warmer, a free 6-pack, a free car bar. You can give them just a really big sample pack. It doesn't have to be where it costs you a ton of money. But if they feel like they're getting something special out of it, they're going to be more incentivized to do it. So that's 2 ways that I'm going to start mentioning parties. Follow up and in my one-on-one customer emails, just reaching out throughout the month. I don't expect that to be a huge turnaround immediately. I don't expect all these people to rush and say, oh my God, yes, I want to host a party. I've been waiting for you to ask me, blah, 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 blah. But I think over time, if they see that consistency and they see the different specials that I'm offering, it's going to pique their interest, and next time they need to order, they'll be like, what's the special this month? Maybe I should just host instead. So there's more ideas for you. Some like do's of a party, some like black and white stuff. Give your hostess a start and an end date and a goal. Don't just let it be open, especially with these. Don't let them have it for like a month, 2 months on end. I say 2 weeks max. A lot of people only give these for a week. So start date, and end date, and a goal. Don't let them shoot in the dark. Tell them $200 is a party. Our goal is $500, so we can get free shipping. Lay that out for them simply. I mentioned it earlier, but if you do an online party and you don't have anything in anyone's hands, you need to send party packs. And what you call them, what you put in them is 100% up to you. You can literally put a showcase brochure in and I thought I had them, the scratch and sniff stickers, but they can still smell it. They can still see it. So if you have no other option, send them something. Send them a scent circle. Send them something that they can smell. Rachel Pence does a wheel. So she has a big wheel that she'll spin during events, different hostess incentives, all of that stuff. So that's an idea. She says stuff like whoever books a party gets to spin the wheel, or they can pick a bag. People will have bags like up here, and if someone agrees to book a party, they pick a number, and then there's a special thing in the bag. I've done booking necklaces. So at my home parties, my hostess wears 3 necklaces, and if she can get rid of all those 3 necklaces and get someone to book a party, that's what that means. If they have a necklace on, they'll book a party. then she gets an extra special reward. Whenever I do online parties, I have a Google order form. I ask them the question of how interested are you in earning your Scentsy for free and half priced. You've seen that. They answer 1 to 10. If they answer anything above a 1, that means they're slightly interested, and that gives you a reason to contact them about it. So for bingo, I am going to do bingo. I'm going to have your challenge, and then I'm going to do a very quick run through of a Facebook Live. So for bingo, you need to go on YouTube and watch Rachel Pence's video. Rachel Pence, that's her name. She walks through it, how to do it. I copy hers to a T. So I don't do anything special. I don't know if she uses bingo cards. I use bingo cards. Some people will use like a random bingo generator on their phone. Some people will use like a spin wheel thing, whatever. So the short story is you have your customers come. So I host my own bingo events, which is something you should be doing, hosting your own parties. But I also offer this as an option for people that want to host them for their friends. So everyone's on. I do it through Facebook Live. You can do it through Zoom. So everyone hops on, and they pick 5 numbers between 1 and 70. This is not your traditional bingo where you have bingo cards, okay? You play off numbers only. So your bingo of your cards, of your spinner, whatever, they don't matter. The only thing that matters is your numbers. So if they show up for the bingo party, they get 5 numbers. They get 5 more numbers if they invite their friends to the party. So they have the potential to have 10 numbers. They'll get 5 more numbers for joining my VIP group. Okay? So they have the potential to have 15 numbers in bingo. So it'd be like having 3 bingo cards. Okay? And so I call numbers, and they only have to have 5 of their numbers called. So whether they have 5 numbers, 10 numbers, 15 numbers, only 5 of them have to be called for them to be bingo. And they just comment bingo in the comments. They tell me their numbers, and we move on. It's kind of like a trust game, but if someone's going to cheat in bingo, like, y'all need Jesus, you got bigger problems than what your Scentsy prize is. So I give out prizes for each round. I don't tell them what that is because, of course, it's online, but that's how it works. 5 numbers between 1 and 70, 5 more if they invite their friends to the group, and 5 more if they join the VIP page. I call out numbers, and what I'm doing in between calling numbers is I'm talking about Scentsy. So I'll say 11. So our wax is made out of all natural paraffin wax, and this watermelon tangerine, oh my God, if you love fruity scents, you have to get this. Number 12. So I'll call out numbers, and as they're checking off their numbers, there's a pause. So instead of me being like, I talk about Scentsy in between. People are always going to order. I shouldn't say always. There's always going to be people that will play and not order. But you're going to get interaction from it. And people really enjoy that form of a party. It's been a huge success. I'm actually going to host another one in my VIP page really soon. So what I'll do is I'll host it for myself. People will come and play and have fun. And then I'll say, if you want to be the hostess and earn stuff for free and half price, invite your friends to bingo night. This is how we do it. So I know that was a lot in a little bit of time, but that's not what I want to focus on tonight. But I know people have had questions. So Rachel Pence Virtual Bingo on YouTube, learn all about it. So I've mentioned this over and over, and relationships are still the name of the game, always. You may not have a sale right then and there, but those people in your party, in your VIP page, are your future customers, your future hostesses, and your future teamies. So even if they don't buy from you right now, but say you still send them a party pack, you still have their contact information to still reach out, and they could still be a future customer of yours. And they're going to remember that you sent them the party pack and you didn't pressure them to buy. So now that they need wax, they're going to contact you. Just because you planted the seed today does not mean that you'll reap the fruit on the same day. Okay? So that goes with all parties. And I know that was a lot of random information. I literally typed my halfway notes out this morning after the launch at 5 a.m. So that's why they don't really make a whole lot of sense. But I'm hoping you guys took notes and you at least got one. If you guys got one golden nugget out of that, one new idea to try, one new something, I'm good with it. Okay? So you will not have homework this week. But you're going to have 2 tasks. I'm not keeping track of who does or doesn't do this. No one's going to get kicked out this week. You could lie to me and say you did it, and that's fine. If you don't want to grow and you want to lie about it, that's up to you, okay? So I'm not going to keep track of it. But these are your tasks that I am requiring you to do in the program, okay? The first thing is going to be that video, 10 to 30 seconds of you doing a bag party, and you're going to send it to 10 people. You can say, I challenged you. It's because I always feel like I'm super mean, but then I'm like, I need to be stern. So I know, no homework. Everyone should be super excited. We're just going to get really uncomfortable this week. So the 10 to 30 second video of you showing what's in your grab bag, it doesn't matter what it's in. People have Ipsy bags. Like, you can literally put samples in your Ipsy bag and just hand them the catalog and order forms on top. Whatever it is, however you do it, you're going to create a 10 to 30 second video and you're going to send it to 10 people. You can send it to your mom. You can send it to your sister. You can send it to your 10 best customers and say, hey, I'm sending you this video because you are in my top 10 of best customers, and I want you to know that you have the option to earn your Scentsy for free and half price. Not in there do you have to mention the word party. Okay? So now you're going to create that video. You're going to send it out. You can post about it in your VIP page to see if you have more interaction only after you have sent it to 10 people, okay? So you can post in your VIP page, but I guarantee you're going to get more interaction from one-on-one communication and you individually sending it to someone than you're going to from just blasting it on your VIP page. So literally all you need is, yes, Lynn, then don't post it on your Facebook page. If you want to say what your incentive is in the video, absolutely, because you're sending that in one-on-one communication, you're texting it to that person, you're emailing it to that person, then do not post it on your Facebook page. But I think that's a great way to get them interested in it. And be excited about the new catalog. This new catalog is so good. So, like, they want to get this stuff for free and half price. Why pay full price? Why? So you can post it in your VIP page after, if you don't have any kind of incentive. If you do, you don't have to post it. Again, I have no way of knowing if you're going to do this. I'm not going to reach out to your customers and be like, hey, did Lynn ask you if you wanted to host a bag party? Like, I got bigger things to worry about, okay? So if you want to lie, if you want to hurt yourself, that's fine. I'm just challenging you to do this to help you grow outside your comfort zone. Okay? All right. So we're going to have our bag party booked, at least one, hopefully more. I think you guys can at least get 2 to 3 off of those videos, okay? So I'm going to run through. This is going to be really hard on my computer. For an online party, and I just want to say, before I start, you do not need this setup. This setup is new to us moving in here after I've been a consultant for 2.5 years. I told you guys I literally used to set up a display table and talk in front of it. It was so awkward and embarrassing. Please don't do that. At my other house, what I would do is I would have my phone up just like this, and I would literally talk and show products like this. So I would have Scentsy all around me, and it would be a hot mess, but they couldn't see that, and they just saw what I was featuring. So you do not need this display. I don't think my parties are any more successful with this display, okay? So do not think you cannot do Facebook parties because you don't have a big display. You literally just need to have products that you can show, okay? So, whoa. This is so weird, it's backwards. Okay, so for my Facebook Live parties, there's a good chance I will be in my PJ pants because that's how we roll around here, and I always have a drink in hand to drink with everyone. So, I'm not going to do, like, see, I never do it on my computer, so this is what we got, y'all. All right, so I won't do, like, a full one. I'll save you guys that, but I hop on and I say, you know, hi, my name is Liz, and I have been with Scentsy for 2.5 years. I joined because I'm currently in graduate school for my doctorate in physical therapy, and this business was just a vessel to help me pay my bills as I go through school. I got married in the meantime, and we now have bought our second house thanks to Scentsy. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know our hostess is so excited and so grateful that you're here. So let's not wait any longer. The first thing I'm going to ask you guys to do is comment down below if you are a Scentsy beginner, meaning you don't really know anything about Scentsy, if you're kind of in the middle, you've used our waxes and warmers, but that's kind of it, or if you're a Scentsy expert, if you've tried all of our products. So, out of character. I do that so I can get interaction, so I can get the comments, so I can see, you know, who my audience is. Because if my audience is all newbies, I'm going to spend more time explaining why our wax is better than store-bought wax. But if people are like, oh my god, I love the counter clean, I love the oils and diffusers, I love the wax, and I'm not going to spend as much time on those products, okay? So I always feature one scent that I'm loving during that time. So probably for spring and summer, I'm going to go back to Pink Cotton. Such a good scent. It's my favorite scent. So I would just talk about Pink Cotton, why I love it, tell them that there's 85 plus scents that they can choose from, so we can find them something. If they have no idea, they can just message me. So I always start with that, and then I talk about how our waxes and warmers melt at a low temperature. They melt with a low wattage light bulb, meaning that it's going to be close to body temperature. And I always explain to them cotton cleanups because these things are lifesavers and many people don't know about them. A lot of times I'll even dip my finger in the wax and say these warmers have been turned on since we moved in here in October and it's not going to burn me. You know, you can go up and touch them, all that stuff. So showing them all the benefits that we tell our customers all the time. We tell them that our wax warms at a low body temperature, but show them that so now they can physically see it. That's the benefit of Facebook Live, okay? So I go through waxes and warmers, simple, and then I say our next system is our oils and diffusers. Fairly newer, more new than our warmers, but we have two types of diffusers on the market. So you have our premium diffuser, which is more of a artwork piece, and then you have our deluxe diffuser down here, which is more functional. This thing will run for up to 36 hours on low, so you definitely get more bang for your buck with this guy. I really emphasize this, and then I mention this one and say that a lot of my hostesses use their hostess credit for that, so that's kind of tying that party back in. Okay, so I go through that. I go through our oils. I always showcase at least one, so this one I have is sea salt and lotus. Talk about why I love it. And then I say, you know, I ask another question, making sure they're still engaging. You know, how many of you guys use essential oils? How many, whatever question you want to throw in there. And then I literally just move my way through products. This is new. I usually don't talk about whiff boxes because whenever I was doing fall and winter parties, they were sold out from being so popular. So now I have this to talk about. I always talk about fragrance flowers, and I have one that is colored, so I can talk about how you color those. Just more stuff to work through. Body line, always showing them washer whiffs because I feel like people are like, what the heck are washer whiffs? So I literally pull these out and show them. I'll show them our Scentsy soak, and then I always brag about our counter clean. So I always say how I think it has unicorns and rainbows in it. And how you can use it everywhere. So that's how I do it. I don't want to give you my exact script because I want it to be you. That's me. That's not you. So figure out, why do you love counter clean? What scent is your favorite? And then talk about it. If you talk about it naturally, like you're actually talking to someone on the other end, it's going to flow so much easier. So I'm out of breath because I tried to fit all that in because I've already had you for almost 50 minutes. Okay. So there's 3 of you guys on. What questions do you have about parties, about Facebook Live parties? What questions? I know Facebook Live parties scare a lot of people, and there's no reason to at all. You're going to stumble over your words, and people are going to think that you're still so sweet and you are human on the other end, and that's why they want to support you, not because you're perfect at Facebook Lives. So tell me your questions. So your first challenge is the bag party, where you're going to take that video and send it out. And your second one is to get a online Facebook party on the books for the month of February. Okay? I know that that's probably super scary for some of you. A couple of the other programs that I've seen require 4 parties in a month to be in their training program. I only want you to get 1. Now, if you get more than that, fantastic. Okay? But those are your 2 challenges. You're going to send out about your bag party, and you're going to book 1 Facebook party for the month of February. I could not have planned this at a better time, and I didn't plan this. But for this to be on the day of our new catalog launch, that is a perfect segue into getting parties booked. Okay, I'm not seeing any comments. Did I scare everyone away? Can someone say something so I know the comments are working? I know that a lot of you guys have mentioned that this is an area you struggle in, so I'm hoping that these ideas will give you an area to start with, and then you're going to find your niche and you're going to be able to run with it, I promise. I've done 3 home parties in almost 3 years. Okay, Robin's just taking it in. So I like home parties a lot, but I can't book them. That's just not what my customers like. My customers like Facebook parties. So that's my niche. Bingo parties, Facebook parties, that's where I find my niche. Okay, Lynn, if you already have one booked, you have to book a second. I guess I should have said that. You have to book at least an additional one. Silly you look like on camera, Robin? Is that what you mean? I feel like we all think we look silly on camera, because let me tell you, I got down here and I was like, why is my hair so big? So yes, 1 additional party. So if you have 1, you have to get 2. If you have 2, you have to get 3. If you have 12, you have to get 13. So 1 more. Lynn, I wouldn't be doing you justice if I just said, okay, you're good. Don't worry about it. I promise. I know how uncomfortable this is, and I know it's terrifying, but it will be worth it. Okay? So everyone's stressed. I've freaked everyone out. Just to recap, no homework. You're welcome. But you're going to make that video. You're going to send it to 10 people. If you want to post your video in the group, I think that would be really great. And we can be like, oh gosh, girl, talk about this instead of that. Or we can be like, that's fantastic. Thank you for the idea. I'm going to make one. Okay? So we can like help you make it the best that you want it to be. Or if you don't want anyone to see it, but just your customers, that's fine too. But I think it would be really great if you shared your video in the group. Okay, I won't require that. That's a little mean. That's a little too far. I won't require that. But if you will, I think that that's a great idea. Yeah, Robin, just watch the beginning. It's just kind of random tips about parties that I kind of collected. But so we're doing that, and we are booking at least 1 additional Facebook party. Catalogs to come in. Yes, you definitely need catalogs. If they don't for some reason, Lynn, let me know and I can always mail you one or whatever. Just the biggest thing is don't compare yourself. Don't feel like you have to go and get this money bag for X amount of dollars. Use what you have. Use the samples you have on hand. Chloe Cox's tote parties are fantastic, but you don't have to have all of that in there. Use what you have. All of that kind of stuff. Robin, I know that there are several consultants that would love to be a part of your Facebook parties. So if you share that, we will all absolutely join. I know for a fact all of us would love that. And even if you want to post that in the Boss Babes page, I know people would love to see how you're doing it there too. People are always looking for ideas. Because just because what I share doesn't mean that that's going to work for them. So they need to see it done different ways too. Okay? I'm sure Bree would be more than happy to join in. All right, guys. So I haven't gotten a text yet that he's on his way home. So I need to call and see if my duties are needed to help get my dad home after his surgery. So go ahead and start working on that. I know it's scary. I know it's uncomfortable. I know so many of you guys are probably not going to like me after this week, and that's okay. I hope you'll forgive me and you'll realize that I'm just trying to give you ideas to go outside of your comfort zone, because if what you're doing isn't working and you just keep doing the same thing, that's literally the definition of insanity. Oh, you're welcome, Lynn. Don't hate me too much. So if you know what you're doing isn't working, thanks, Rabbit. Don't continue to, thanks, girl, do the same thing. So if you're posting on your Facebook page 100 times a month about hosting a party and you don't get a single booking off of it, don't continue to post. It's not working. Okay? So I'm going to go see what's up with my dad. I'm going to go eat some dinner because I'm starving. I'm going to continue to drink my water because I'm way behind. And low-key going to hope for another snow day tomorrow, but I know that's wishful thinking. So if you guys need help throughout the week, I am all ears. If you guys see tips on parties, please, please, please post them. You guys should be doing outside research and looking at YouTube videos, all of that kind of stuff. So if you find one that you're like, wow, this one's really good, it really speaks to me, please share it. Interactions kind of died down, so I want to pick that back up so it can carry over into our team page. I think we are sitting at like 93 or 94 consultants, and I so want to cross over that 100 mark. And so sponsoring is coming up, and honestly, talking about parties is a perfect segue into sponsoring, so I'm really glad we had this talk. So I think that's going to be our topic for next week, unless you guys are like, no, I need this instead. So plan for sponsoring, no homework, totally independent this week. It's like an independent study. You guys figure out what works for you, and please give me feedback in the group of I got 0 interaction on that video, or wow, that worked better than I thought. Thanks, Robin. Hi, Julie. Well, I'm about to sign off, so I hope your day wasn't too stressful. But go back and rewatch. It's 56 minutes long. I'm sorry, guys. I really try to keep it short, but I have so much to share, and I want to give you guys the most information I can. So I'm going to get off here before it gets too long. Please let me know if you have any questions.